All right. Good morning. Welcome in. Out of Bounds, ESPN 1059 The Zone. We're streaming live on thezone1059.com. We've got a special guest in studio. We've had him on before, but we've had him on the phone. He is now joining us live in the BankPlus Studio, and he is Alan Lange with Kinetic Staffing and kineticstaffing.com. Oh, yeah, get that thing where you want, Alan. You got it? All right, cool. Good morning, buddy.
Good morning.
Are you?
How are you?
I'm doing well. It's football season. We're doing really good.
No doubt. Absolutely.
So the stories kind of write themselves, and then we pontificate for whatever that's worth.
That's right. The summer's when you talk about the potential, but now you talk about reality.
That's right. Speculate, and then here we go.
Now it all comes together.
So I know you're a sports fan.
I am. Big time. So.
Hey, we're glad to have you in studio.
Yeah, no, it's been great. We've really enjoyed advertising on the show. It's been great for our business, and it's a great fit for us. You talk, again, you talk so in the off seasons of the year. You talk about talent all the time. Who's going to be, who's going to be on a team? What team? Transfer portal. And there's really only two ways you can build, a team is you can grow it, right? You can recruit it and grow it, or you can just go get it, right? You can go transfer portal and take the quick way and go get it. And so, businesses are faced with that challenge all the time. That's kind of where we come in.
All right, let's talk about that. Kinetic Staffing, what do y'all specialize in?
Yeah, so we really have kind of two different sides to our business. The first part of the business is executive recruiting, just a general executive recruiting, which you would think. We've done everything from legal, accounting, finance, technology, professional, insurance, architecture, engineering. I mean, you name it. We have a real different model than a lot of executive recruiting firms where we have kind of a partial retainer solution for companies so that they're buying a certain percentage of our time. We're selling a certain percentage of our time. So it's not like we're working 30 job orders and we're trying to kind of frantically match A and B. A company comes in, they pay for a portion of our time. We go execute, deliver, and then move to the next thing. So a lot of staffing companies are, pure contingency, and it's a very, very different model. And as a result, we tell a lot of people, hey, we're not the right search firm for your business, which is, that's a liberating, thing. But, for firms that need kind of that white glove, high touch, really consultative sort of, search and executive search solution, in the local area, I think we're the only people that do it like this.
All right. Alan Lange, owner of Kinetic Staffing. You can visit kineticstaffing.com. He joins us on ESPN 1059 The Zone. Can you give me an example in the last 6 months? You don't have to say the firm or the company. Just give us an example of marrying someone, male or female, with some kind of firm or
we had a manufacturing firm that needed a kind of a controller that they came to us, and it was a very high touch position. It was $160,000 sort of position that came to us, and we executed a search across, there's kind of an inbound and outbound portion to it. 3 weeks later, they had the people that they were thrilled with. And it just, the good news is, if you're really focused about it, theoretically, if, the company's right and everything, all the conditions are right, it shouldn't take that long. But we work all over the country. We've got clients in Tucson, Arizona, and Washington, D.C., and a lot of times we'll follow our client's footprint. They may have an office in Birmingham or Baton Rouge or whatever, and we, hey, we need this there, and we go execute a search. The interesting thing about the search business is it used to be, what your Rolodex looked like, like how many people you knew and who you could kind of match, and completely different now, right? The information is ubiquitous. Everybody's out there, and it's much more process oriented. It's much more it's very, very methodical. It's very, in a lot of ways, it's very much like how football teams, are approaching recruiting, the high school analytics. Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, I want my linebacker to run a 4.7 and to be, at least 230 pounds and to be able to jump, 28 inches or, whatever the metrics are. Same deal with us, right? Hey, this is what we want. We attack the market the same way.
So totally different than 15 years ago when you just started.
Totally different. I mean, well, yeah. I mean, certainly in the ubiquitous. I mean, the availability of data on people is completely different.
When somebody contacts Kinetic Staffing and your team, and we're visiting with Alan Lange, they say something. Hey, we need someone that's operating at this level with sometimes X amount of years of experience in the tech world as an attorney, as a CPA. Right.
Yeah. No. Exactly. And hey, we need a bankruptcy attorney with, $500,000 of business in our Baton Rouge office. It's like, okay, we'll go execute that, search. So, and then the other side of the business that we hadn't talked about is kind of the long-term staffing side of the business. And, the good news is, we are not who you call if Sally's secretary is not going to be here next week. We don't do that. That's not our business model.
Right.
We cannot help you there. But, for a lot of, finance firms, law firms, even professional service firms, hey, we're ramping up an effort in a different geography where we need, 15 people for 6 months. That's what we do, right? We're really, really good at that. Or 4 years. We did, we kind of came up through disaster recovery staffing work. So we've done work on Katrina, Ike, Rita, Superstorm, Sandy, COVID. I mean, you name it, over 15 years. We've gotten really, really good in that space too.
So you also almost like an interim coach, interim GM. You'll work with the company. They're like, hey, we need somebody to run this division for 15 months.
Yeah, and most of the time our clients come to us and say, look, we'll provide the oversight and the management side. We just need the bodies. We just need the people. We need the talent to come in and execute this. Like, we have people to tell them what to do, but we need 15 or 20 people for some indefinite period of time to work on this project or whatever. And it's whether that's accounting or finance or, whatever it is. And we help them do that.
Alan Lange with Kinetic Staffing, kineticstaffing.com on the Out of Bounds show. How'd you get into this?
Really kind of backwards. I worked for a company that owned a staffing company, and the training company that I was hired to work for was not in good shape. This was kind of post.com. But they had this staffing company said, do you know any lawyers? I said, well, yeah, I know a lot of lawyers. I was, in my, early 30s and knew a bunch of people. And, they said, well, we've got this legal staffing business but we don't do lawyers. Can you do that? And so, yeah, sure. And so, kind of started that and was just like instantly successful. The environment in Mississippi in the early 2000s was insane, crazy, good for lawyers. Pre-tort reform and we, or post-tort reform, but there was still a long fuse on it.
Right.
And just did really, really well and was in that business for, in the basically legal only for, 10 or 12 years.
Okay.
And then we've kind of morphed into kind of a general service firm.
KineticStaffing.com, the Out of Bounds show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Alan Lange, the owner of Kinetic Staffing, joining us on the show. What do you think about the man cave?
Great digs. That's just really nice. Yeah. You could live here.
No, yes, for sure.
This is definitely nicer than the first few places I lived.
And most radio.
No doubt. Oh, absolutely.
They're kind of as big as a mini closet.
That's right.
And everybody's jammed in. Those are the ones. I know you've done a bunch of radio and TV hits over the year with Y'all Politics. Yeah. You don't ever know what you're walking into.
That's right.
So my first one, it was behind Metro Center. It was falling off a cliff, and it was about as big as that bathroom over there.
Right.
So we've come a long way.
No doubt. You've got a lot of great sponsors. It's been a really neat deal.
Well, we appreciate you coming in. And hanging out with us.
Absolutely.
And this one wasn't near as controversial as last time you were on.
No.
Over the Mississippi flag.
No, but that was a good thing. That needed to happen, and it was glad that got done.
Absolutely. All right, we'll talk soon.
10-4.
All right, Alan Lange, KineticStaffing.com, and that is KINETIC, KineticStaffing.com. Get the right people on the field. Find your place on the team, legal and professional, contract and career positions, KineticStaffing.com. We're live in the BankPlus Studio. We are the Out of Bounds show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Straight ahead, we'll talk some betting lines, including Alabama and Texas, which is sitting right now at Bama by 20 on Caesars.